Welcome to another video, and in this video I want to talk about CRO, and also I want to talk about the crypto market in general, because we've got a big catalyst happening today. But there's been a lot of developments happening over these past few days, which have also caused the markets to sort of like start to rupture a little bit, panic should I say, as well. But I'll get into that in just a little while. But in this video, I want to talk about CRO coin and the general crypto market in general. So before I start, give us a like and give us a subscribe. It's always much appreciated. Yeah, all your support is always much appreciated. I just want to put it out there as well. I do own CRO card. I do have an Icy White debit card as well, and I do own Bitcoin too. So yeah, so without further ado, let's just have a quick check what's happening on the bubbles at the moment. We can see there we've just had a little bit of a relief rally, not up much at all. You know, like ADA's up by 0.94% and such, like Bonk's up 3.3%. But on the daily, it's red. And then we go on the weekly, it's red and getting into double digits. The only ones that are green at the moment is Hex and Pulse Chain. Rest things like Jupiter, Jasmy, the Graph are all down at the moment in double digits. So, but obviously on the monthly, we've still got a lot of projects that are up. Hex is up 265%. Crazy. And Pulse Chain up 63%. That's all crazy as well. But looking at CRONOS, let's get into this. CRONOS, yeah. So CRONOS volume is slightly down, like 31%, but we're still at around about 6.5 million in terms of trading volume at the moment. We have dropped down to just above, should say, $2 billion in market cap. Bullish hasn't changed. It's still 8.6 to 14% bearish in that at the moment. So yeah, obviously, like I said, we've just had all the altcoins. It doesn't matter what it is all pulled back. Bitcoin's pulled back. And that means the alts pull back. The stock markets have been pulling back as well. But looking at the top centralized exchanges at the moment, I really think we should be in second position, to be honest. To what CRONOS is doing, the amount of numbers of people that are using it at the moment, you know, trading volume, you know, you think they should be up in about second position, to be honest. But anyway, we've got OKB and we got Leo as well. Leo's sitting around about that close to 5.5 billion, and we're just shy. We're just getting just above 2 billion, really. We should be up there and Leo should be down there. That's how I think it should be at the moment, because a lot of things what crypto.com are doing, you know, because at the end of the day, we can see here, like with the CRONOS, for an example, you know, we've got register bridge ETH, 100K showdown begins. That's 100K you could potentially win there. Bridge ETH from Ethereum mainnet to CRONOS ZK EVM and perform swaps, adding liquidity. Weekly leaderboard resets, so each lap is a fresh start. We'll start to finish on top of the engines. And don't forget, also, we could come back down here. Transaction fees now are 50% cheaper than what they were before, which is all great to see. And that's what we want. We want to see a lot of traction on the CRONOS. We want people to use the CRONOS ecosystem. And that is one of the reasons why, once it starts getting traction, I really do think CRO will start to move. But at the moment, I want to see traction on CRO. But what I also want to point out is as well what I do, my own observation as well. You know, we've got the Crow fan. We're always talking about CRO. But what I would like to see is Chris, Crypto.com, to talk a lot more about their native token, their CRO. I would like them to talk a lot more about it than what they actually do, because they don't really talk about it very much at all. And to be honest with you, I would like Chris, the CEO, and the rest of the Crypto.com team to start to make a bit more, start talking about CRO a lot more, because obviously I think that will help to get traction with the price as well, and obviously the building of the CRONOS ecosystem, and also if we get any burns as well, like, you know, that's really going to get traction. So all of them mixed together will get some traction. But on about Crypto.com at the moment, Crypto.com, obviously securities first, and they're right on that one. Chris and Eric have retweeted this, but Crypto.com has been awarded the latest payment card industry data security standards, which is a PCI DSS v4.0 cert. This is a key achievement reflecting our dedicated to building trust infrastructure for our customers, and we're proud to be one of the first crypto platforms to achieve this. We will continue to enhance our platform to meet the highest regulatory standards of the traditional financial industry. And that's what we want to hear. We want to say that our money on the exchanges or on the debit cards are protected to the highest standards, and that should be priority for everything. in my opinion. But like I said, still would like to see Chris and the rest of the team to talk a bit lot more about CRO coin, their native token. I really wish they would. But it's all great to see that we've got that certified certificate as well for security. It's all great to see. But let's have a quick check and see what's happening on the markets in general. Yeah, so we can see the crypto at the moment basically in total red, and it's been like that now for the past few days. It's been a bit, because everybody's been expecting October, and at the beginning of October, it's just been red. But are we going to get like green October? Are we going to get those big moves that we've seen historically in the past? And I still really think so. Look, this is what we're on the 3rd of October. We've got a long way to go in October. And just like that, it could all turn back to green. It really can. But we've also got to be careful out there as well that we could drop down even further. And the reason being is because of the Israeli and the Iranian at the moment with Hezbollah and such like. I'm not going to go fully into this, but obviously we had that Iranian attack on Israel a few days ago, and obviously the markets tanked over that. And that wasn't just crypto, it was the whole stock markets as well. Now, obviously, if Israel attacks Iranian soil, then obviously I really do think we could tank even lower, because basically the markets don't like particularly wars in the immediate short term. And so I think I'm expecting this is what I keep saying, you've just got to prepare yourself for any eventuality. And unfortunately, if this happens, I am expecting that we could have a bit of a move down to the downside. But that's my opinion. But also, we've got some news today. We've also, October the 3rd, we've got at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, we've got the initial jobless claims and continuous jobless claims. So depending on what comes on that, obviously, will put us in what direction we're also going to go to as well. Obviously, if there's going to be more jobs or less jobs and so forth. But obviously, it will all depend. We've, like I said here, still have faith are in October for crypto IOM. Crypto, yes. For IWM, it depends on whether it looks like data election. Don't forget, we're only weeks away now from the election as well. Be honest with you, I think Donald Trump goes in, we're going to have maybe is that going to be a big move to the upside, or is that like sell the news? But I firstly think we will have a big move to the upside. Even Kamala Harris gets in, I think we're going to be all right. I personally think myself. But I think the biggest worry at the moment for us is watching what happens with Israel on the short term. But we can look at the liquidations at the moment. We've got a bit of liquidation down here, not much. But most of the liquidations, short liquidations, are at 65,000. And we've got it at 67,000. And back up here at 70,000 as well. We do have more up here at about $10 billion worth or so, between $70,000 and $72,000. So a lot of short liquidations up there. And generally, what tends to happen is Bitcoin will follow where that liquidity is. And the liquidity at the moment is looking to the upside. But obviously, it all depends. Hopefully, Joe Biden and his crew can sort out Israel and maybe try to prevent them from doing that attack with any luck. But looking at Bitcoin at the moment, what I've been watching very closely here is look at the moving average. We've got the 200, we've got the 50, and we've got the 20 moving average there. At the moment, what we're doing is we're creating a nice little bit of support on the 50 moving average. So I would really like us to get back up there and get above that 200 moving average, because we could zoom out here and we're still on that downward channel at the moment of higher lows, lower lows, and then we created that higher high as well. So obviously we've got that happening at the moment. Yeah, so looking at the weekly chart at the moment, nothing's really changed on the weekly so much. We've still got that cup and we still got that handle playing out there. Like we said, we could drop down to 53,000 or something like that and then make our way back up to the upside. But hopefully, I think October will be a continuation to the upside. I just reckon over until this Israeli situation has been sorted, I think the market at the moment is just going to be a bit iffy in where it wants to go. But what we can see here on the cipher B, we can see here we've got one green dot. What I like to see is a second green dot to turn up here. Like we can see here, we got a green dot here, and then a second green dot, and then we move to the upside. And that's what I've been waiting for as well. And it repeats itself here as well. We've got a green dot here and a green dot there. We move to the upside. Got another two green dots here, and then we had a big move to the upside. So I'm hoping at some point we'll get another green dot, and hopefully that'll help the catalyst to push us up to the upside. But when you really zoom out, you look at the 5 minutes, it looks absolutely terrible. But when you look at actually on the weekly, it doesn't look too bad at all. It looks quite healthy, really, to be honest with you. But short term, it doesn't look great. But weekly, it looks absolutely fantastic, in my opinion, as well. One things I am watching for is obviously I'm watching UST dominance, but I'm also watching the Bitcoin dominance as well, as we're still getting closer to that pinnacle area of will we break down to the downside. Now, if obviously Bitcoin makes some massive move to the upside, dominance is going to go up. And and obviously alts will follow, but obviously more of the liquidity will be coming in. It's still Bitcoin's time at the moment. Bitcoin controls what the alts do at this point in time. You might get the odd outlier of alts, but overall it's looking like that. But at the moment, yeah, we're getting closer and closer. At some point, we will get that breakdown to the downside. And that is my opinion, is when we'll start to get the alts start moving to the upside. But until then, it's all about being patient, sitting on your hands. Is this a DCing opportunity at the moment? I personally, for me, it is a DCing opportunity. Am I DCing in though myself? No. The reason why it is because I put all my, I'm actually fully in. The only time I'm DCing is when I use my crypto.com card to purchase things and I accumulate CRO that way. But hopefully, like I said, going back to what I said previous in the video, hopefully we can get more action from Chris and the rest of the team talk about CRO. That'd be great to see. But overall, Bitcoin on the weekly is looking fairly healthy. I don't see any kind of issues there at all. I am watching for that second green dot, and hopefully we get some good news this week and we start making the move to upside. But be careful today because, like I said, we got the initial jobless claims and continuous jobless claims as well. That could be a market mover in either direction, up to the upside or down to the downside. So just bear that one in mind, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Take care.